I mean, you might not have done the same things other people have, but that does give you a flexibility in a way, because people who have done things already, they're locked in their careers and everything. They're locked in their personality. They cannot behave differently. They cannot go after things that they really want. Which is good in a way for them, but you have to look at positives for you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm growing a beard, and is it fine that I look like a sage? Somewhat like a sage. Sometimes like a kid. Anyway, so for today we have Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 2. Suchena Prajna Vikata God said, while you speak words of wisdom, give mourning for that which is not worthy of grief. The wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. So this we did yesterday, right? So the wise people, they do not mourn for the living nor for the dead. Not Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. This is a really big concept. So he's saying that there was never a time when any of us did not exist. So we have always been there and we will always be there. You have to do your duty. You cannot hide behind uh, uh, constructed concepts. On the gate of temple of Apollo at Delphi are inscribed the words, Noti Setun, know thyself. Even Socrates, the wise old man of Athens, was fond of encouraging people to inquire into the nature of self. A local legend goes like this. When Socrates was walking on the street, when he accidentally bumped into someone, that man blurted in annoyance, Can't you see where you walk? Who are you? Socrates answered, My dear fellow, I have been pondering over that question for the last 40 years. If you ever come to know who I am, please let me know. In the Vedic tradition, so it's not about knowing who you are, but it's going after that process, trying to know who you are, and constantly trying to know that. So in the Vedic tradition, whenever divine knowledge is imparted, it usually begins with the knowledge of the self. Sri Krishna follows the same approach with a piece of information that would have swept Socrates off his feet. Sri Krishna begins by explaining that the entity we call the self is not really the soul, not the material body, and is eternal, just as God Himself is eternal. Is really the soul, sorry. So Sri Krishna says the entity that we call self, know thyself. So the thing that we want to know is the soul. So I'm just a vessel. The soul has always been there, maybe in someone else. Now it's in me. Maybe my soul was in Christopher Columbus, and now it's in me, right? So it's not that I have to become someone. It's just I have to identify who I am. Not the material body. The soul is eternal, just as God Himself is eternal. Creation is a combination of three entities: God, soul, and Maya, and all three entities are eternal. If you believe that soul is eternal, then it follows logically that there is life after death of the material body. Sri Krishna talks about this in the next verse. So there is life after death. So even though he's thinking that the ancestors will die off, the souls will still exist. Even for you yourself, your soul will maybe exchange some other body, but it will continue existing. So know thyself is know the soul that you're housing. Know the soul that you're housing. Know that it won't finish. This my soul. Sometimes the soul gets scared. Okay, When I die, what will happen? So the soul will continue on living, though the body might wither away, and it will. The soul will continue, and you have to speak out the soul into the world. You cannot keep it in forever. That's the only way when you find like minded people, when you speak your soul out, when you know who you are, so that you don't have to keep guessing. Okay, I think that's all for today. Bye bye. Have a good day.